condolences.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
yes.
Joseph, like I say, I think it was 2005. He went up for the party in the workers' party in the.
So he dabbled in politics as well.
Yeah, he did go up in the. I think Edison James was the leader at the time.
Okay.
When he went up,
Cuthbert
and he
Joseph.
passed
Yeah.
Coffee, more popularly known as Coffee.
Coffee.
He was from
passed-
Collyho, yeah?
He was from Jubla.
Jubla, yes,
Yeah,
Jubla.
He lived right next to him in Kentfield.
Right.
Yeah, so he passed on. So I want to express condolences to him. as
Architect, an architect.
well. Yeah,
yes.
brilliant
I
architect.
knew him very well. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I did.
Coffee. Yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant architect.
Anyway, once again, I want to just extend my condolences to Mrs. Levy, Dorothy Levy, and her family and her friends. And it's a bit sad. I said, you can use somebody from school days, all through those years. But the final payment wasn't made locker.
Well, yeah, you have to pay because, as they say, when you come, you have to go.
Yeah, you
in
have
fact,
to
what is in the is the mighty Acre who said you come and you have to go as well.
You just don't know when,
Yeah.
where, and even how.
Well, you're right. Oh, well, that's the thing.
But because
Yeah,
of
man.
the act of going,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, man.
inescapable.
Oh, surely.
Hello.
He used to work with DDMC first, then he worked on the port. He lives in Kingfield.
So, once again, my condolences.
His name,
Hello.
his last name is Alfred from Maracati Pass.
Okay. Well, as long as you say it's a payment you have
Once
to
you
go.
have come, you got to go.
Yeah, you got to go. You got to.
You can't come to stay.
Mighty Acre said that. Oh yeah, and the way he said it, you got to go. That's the same way he said it in this song. You got to go. Mighty Acre.
Acre.
You forgot to mention Dominica won today football. I don't know if you saw the game.
Oh, yes, I know the game is today, yes.
It was on TV live.
Okay, okay.
I should have called you. It was on from 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, Dominica won 2-1. Yeah, the game was live.
1-2-1.
2-1 this afternoon. It was live on television.
Now
on
played
Sportsman.
where?
In the BVI.
In the BVI.
Yeah, Dominica won 2-1. It was on live. So it
Aye.
this afternoon. I watched it, in fact. I watched the entire game.
Oh, that's good. So,
Yeah.
congratulations to the Dominica team.
Yeah,
I see.
Low Black.
Yes, Lobak is with us. Yeah.
Yes.
Emmanuel Lobak, can you hear us, sir?
I can hear you loud and clear. Just
Loud
like
and
to
clear.
Extend my condolences to Mr. Levy.
Yes, he passed last night.
One thing I want to say, as you have said already, is not when, is how.
Yeah.
What you leave behind, your legacy. Very important.
You think many people care about the legacy? The
No,
way
no,
they go on? The thing is here for some people don't think of the legacy the way they go on.
The issue is we all have to go.
They're leaving for today.
Yes,
Some
yes,
people they
yes,
leave for today, man. In
Well,
fact,
even the type of songs that are being made now is just for today, not tomorrow.
well, people are enjoying themselves. I guess they leave for now. That's all. People just decide, well, to hell with that because they have this famous slang chupul they have. Saying,
So you had to ground school and leave.
yeah, Mr. Levy, yeah. He thought,
Of course, you know.
Mr. Levy. Nice,
But
nice
Sebastian,
gentleman.
Very
Sebastian,
cool, quiet guy. Very cool, very studious. You know,
Quiet,
Very,
very quiet,
yeah.
unobtrusive.
Brilliant guy.
Yeah, brilliant guy. He didn't say much.
No,
he
he didn't
didn't
say
say much at all. He does. Unlike somebody like Goodridge,
Fierce Goodridge.
who would cane you for nothing at all, Mr. Goodridge.
He was a
Yeah.
merciless
Well,
kid.
Mr.
He was
Merciless.
a caner.
Mr. is a merciless, but Mr. was. I think they say he died, right?
I think I heard he died.
Yeah, I think that-
Dr. Goodrich.
Dr.
He became a
Goodrich,
doctor, you
He
know.
worked in Barbados after. I
Yeah,
think he was the registrar at UWI
I
after he left.
think he passed.
Yeah, that was the same
Yeah.
guy that never forgot that famous statement, man, from Mr. Goodrich.
Yes. Yeah.
And he went to Pub Grove.
Guys were
He's smoking
smoking.
my
And
direction.
he was a
boys.
Douglas guy.
Yeah.
And Goodrich was there. And the guy was done in those days. That was, as you know, you couldn't go to school dances.
Yeah.
If you were
Well,
seen
you couldn't
out,
be seen after 9.
you could, well, 9 was late.
You can't be out after 9 at all.
So Douglas was there dancing with somebody,
By the
who-
headmaster.
the headmaster, and Douglas. When he saw it, provoking the man.
Yeah.
He was smoking.
Puffing it around.
And then Goodrich on Monday morning said, here he was on Saturday night at Palm Grove, and Mr. Douglas had the audacity to puff his smoke in my general direction.
in my general direction.
And he said, Mr. Douglas, can you please come up? And he caned the guy in front of the whole school, man, the entire school,
Well, the guy-
watching me caned. in assembly.
Well, the guy who used to cane was Archer, Mr. Archer, man.
Well, I heard about that guy.
Oh
too.
my God, but he was a disciplinarian.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And he was an unforgettable character. His
Okay.
personality, man, Archer, man.
Archer.
But he would cane you, boy.
I
can
heard
tell
about
you.
that guy.
Yeah,
Archer.
oh yeah.
You was a principal when
Yeah,
you were at the time.
legendary fella. I think
Archer.
Archer. Oh yes, guy from St. Lucia.
Oh, you was a solution.
St. Lucian.
Okay.
Very brilliant guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, my first headmaster was in the 50s. You know,
Yeah, okay.
good result on them teacher.
Sebastian-
Where was the grammar school at that time?
Where they have All Saints.
Oh, that's where it was at that time.
Yes,
Okay.
every grammar school was the All Saints.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a caller. Let's take. Good
Yeah.
night.
Hello,
Hello.
Sibo.
the caller disappeared. Apparently,
Yes.
1 minute, Lobby. I think there's a caller on the line now. Callers.
Oh.
Good evening.
hello.
Hey, good evening, Sibo
Yes. Good evening.
and Mr. Luis,
Evening.
and also my partner in America, Mr.
Hey, how are you, brother? Good to hear your voice, man. Good to hear your voice.
Yeah, I could wait. It's a while. The other two know is that. Let me
I
tell
know.
you,
Yeah.
Sibo,
Yes.
also that girl passed in, I don't know if you know, Dalif.
Oh yes, you worked at the port. You also probably by now, Dalif Charles. You remember
Okay,
Charles'
yeah.
brothers who had the
Mhm.
furniture place in
Yeah,
close to the bank process?
Yes.
And
Shot the
Sibo.
daughter. Yes.
let me tell you,
Mm-hmm.
that, that man, the same man who just here passed away, him again,
Mr. Levy.
Mr. Levy.
Mr. Levy, yeah,
That
Alfred
man was
Alfred
promoted.
Levy.
And imagine if I give you a joke. When he came down to come down to go to grammar school, he was living in Portersville by a cousin of his, where you see the Winston Wilson there. It's called the Uncle Philip. So that guy, there's many people when a guy used to call Garson.
Mm-hmm.
And to bring this guy, that man Martin had to this guy, Mr. Levy.
Hmm.
I had to hide his tie, hide his hat. and
Hide
put
his
a big
tie.
coat on him. Put a big coat on him to bring him to Martin,
Those were the days, man. Those were the days.
Of discipline.
Discipline, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that man was, we never lost our friendship,
Yes.
I
yes,
just was a
yes.
bit older than
And you disguise yourself to go out at night,
Yes,
man. When you went to
yes.
school in
When I-
those
I went
days.
and-
Oh, yes.
When I went and see him a couple Mondays back, and I couldn't believe it. Just, you don't know nobody,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
just, yeah, man.
Oh, you saw him a couple of weeks back.
So look at,
Yes.
well, guys,
I know, man. I know, man.
I just Ferdinand.
After a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, take care.
Okay,
In fact,
good.
look,
Right.
somebody just saying, just a doctor just was brought to the hospital. Wow.
Chaucer.
Not Billy Roy. Roy.
Yeah, Roy died a couple
Yeah,
of
but look,
weeks
they say
ago.
no, Chaucer.
Chaucer now.
Wow. Well, and he's not dead. They say he was
Yes, brought to the
brought. He's
hospital.
at the hospital now. My
Yeah.
goodness. And he's Welcome. Good night, caller.
Good night, Sibo.
Yeah.
Liquant here.
Hi, how are you, man?
Good.
Mm.
I want to join you and extend my sympathies to Mrs. Levy and Kim and so on. I'm sure by now, Sibo, you know how to spell Falcon, right?
He made me a joke from school days. He was at school, the little lawyer, Liquid. Go on, make your point.
No, that's all I'm doing. I was hoping that by now you know how to spell Falcon. That's all. And, I remember Mr. Levy very well, and it was wonderful being one of his students.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's Darius Liquid. Yeah, Mr. Levy.
Yes.
You had some
Do we have
difficult-
another caller?
you had some difficulty in spelling a
No,
word.
not me. Good night. Yeah? Yes?
Yeah, and I again trust the doctor. We are prostate cancer suffering from him.
Well, we don't want to say what people have. What
No, I'm
business.
just showing you because I met him and he's telling me that personally that's what he's suffering from.
Well, we don't want to be saying that on the radio. I mean, that
All
is
right.
that is not for public consumption.
Let me give you a joke now.
Mm.
A day I go and make two back in the garden. You know who I meet? I meet Sarah Rivera, Lucy, and Archie's bigger brother. They make it back because they let the festival go after the business.
Victor A. Acho is the name, man. Brilliant guy, but he used to cane you, man. Oh, yeah.
This is the one that they're going to look in this instead.
Well, let's hope Chaucer will be okay, Ozzy.
Yeah, wish
okay,
him all the
thank you,
best
Moko.
because
Wish him
he
all the
just lost
best.
his mother
And his brother.
and, you know. Oh, yes, we wish him
We
all
wish
the
him
best.
all the best. Yeah, we have another caller. Good night.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, how are you, man?
Elizabeth, hello.
I just want to offer my condolences to the two gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Two good gentlemen. Remember, well, both used to work in communication and work.
Right.
Yeah,
Correct. Mm-hmm.
And then Mr. Lizzie, see, I don't know if you worked with him at the time, but remember, I worked with him in education. Remember, after he left grammar school,
Mm-hmm.
he was brought to the ministry.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go into the
Details.
story.
Mm-hmm.
Probably you all know the story about that.
Mm-hmm.
So he was, very quiet, very, a nice gentleman. I worked with him in education in the office. And then Cuthbert self were good partners, used to tap each other. So on behalf of Cuthbert and his family, I offer my condolences to you, Sibayo. You say is your cousin.
Yeah, he's more than my mother were first cousins. Yeah.
So there were two good gentlemen, two nice gentlemen. So I just wish the family, all the best.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Was Cuthbert your relative? Is that
Yeah,
it?
he's more than my mother first cousins. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Remember Cuthbert? Tall guy, man.
Yeah, tall guy, he
Architect guy.
quiet.
Used to live at Emsall.
Yeah,
With dens and them.
Yeah. Coffee. Yeah. You
Coffee.
must know coffee.
Yeah, man. Architect
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Very quiet, nice gentleman. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Good night. We have another caller. Good night.
Good night, Sibo.
Hi.
Sibo,
Yes. Good night.
you know who calling you?
Go on. We don't have to call people's name on the radio. Let's make your point.
Okay, Pamela.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you that. I escaped him with my two children from grammar school. Those days, I'm principal of grammar school. I had two children born within the time. And when he came, he's going to my church. Then he said one day to me, when he told me, I mean, you're lucky, I did not get to know everything. I said, well, it's been big already. But he was a giving person, like to give, always helping people, doing everything that he could. He was in everything. So he had a good legacy. God bless him.
Yeah, man. Good night.
Yeah, okay,
Thanks.
okay.
Yeah.
Right, the time is
Before we
6:21,
take
yes.
our break, we have a call again? Let's take the call. Be sure, yeah.
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Evening.
Mr. Luis. Good
Sir.
evening, Sibu.
Hi, good
Yeah,
night.
hello.
There's a sports figure that I doesn't see in the public anymore, Mr. Clem John. I haven't seen Clem John for a while.
Yeah.
Anybody having some information on Clem John?
Yeah, he's
Well,
home.
he has been well for quite some time, and he's home.
He's home, yeah. He's not mobile as such, but he's home. He's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
been.
yeah.
Yes, for a
Yeah,
couple of years
movement,
now.
yeah, that's home, yeah.
But he's home, man.
Yeah, he's okay.
I
He has all
heard-
his upstairs.
I heard he's doing quite well.
Yeah, he's okay, Clem.
So if he's able to listen to us, I'm
Yeah.
sure Clem is listening to us right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Good night. Hello.
Ozzy and Sibo, good evening to you.
Hi, how are you, man? How are you? Ozzy probably hasn't picked up the voice. What's
hi,
up?
Tavernier,
Yeah,
man.
Roy.
Yeah,
Roy, how are you, man?
Yeah, Roy.
Yes. I've just tuned into your program and I heard you talking about Alfred Levy.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed, I did.
The first thing I want to do is to offer my condolences to Mr. Levy because I know the family personally. Alfred is from Soufrière.
He's
I
yes.
am from Soufrière. Alfred and I went to the Soufrière primary school together. A little bit older than me. And we went to the grammar school about the same time. He was about 2 years ahead of me. He used to help me with my homework when I was in Form 3 at the grammar school. And I'm glad, before I go any further, I'm glad you all are pontificating about the grammar school. And I always tell you, when you talk about my alma mater, the grammar school was the grammar school at that time.
Yes. Yeah.
I hear you go to grammar school these days. The grammar school that Ozzy and I
We
not-
lost him for a
I
while.
heard you talk about
yeah, he's back,
Mr.
yes.
Goodrich as well. Mr. Goodrich used to teach me history, and he used to live at a little hotel opposite, and he used to call me and give me a little history lessons sometimes, not all the time.
Yes, he was.
This afternoon, come, I'll give you a few lessons, So he used to help me as well. But let me go back to Alfred. Then when I'm very, very sad, is that as I tuned in, I heard you all, it
Yeah.
really broke my heart.
Yeah.
Earlier this year, my sister Patsy, who came from Canada, we went to see Alfred and Mrs. Levy as well because we're friends of ours. I heard he was sick at that time, and I didn't know.
Quite some time.
So Patsy, I drove Patsy up there. We spent about an hour with Mrs. Levy talking about Alfred, and I saw him myself. I know he wasn't well, And as I said, it's actually, as I tuned in now, I'm hearing this sad news. and I just about to ring my sister in Kenya to let her know about Alfred's death. You know, and he's a very, very sad gentleman.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But that is life. As I said, I got 2 or 3 of the books that Alfred wrote. Because when I used to say, I said, when are you going to write the other book? Because after Hurricane Maria, I saw him in Rose. I said, Alfred, when am I supposed to read the other book which you say you're going to write? He said to me, Roy, in that kind of environment, when you look around, everywhere was mashed up.
Yeah, Roy, we hear you very clearly. Yes, thanks for the.
But we lost him, eh?
We've lost him.
Yeah.
We've lost you, Roy, but you came out loud and clear. Thanks to your.
Well, I didn't even know you were from Sufri House if you didn't say that.
Was that Roy
Mr.
Tavernier?
No, Mr.
Oh,
Levy.
Levy Yaman.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
If you didn't say that. Good night. We have another caller. Good night.
Good evening, gentlemen. How y'all doing?
Very good.
Okay.
Yeah, see, but I didn't know Cuthbert was your.
Yeah, my family. Yeah, man. You gotta live right next door to me in Kentville.
He's also related. He and Joe Flamingo are brothers.
Yeah, live right next door. Yeah.
You know Flamingo?
Of
Joe?
course I know Flamingo.
Yeah, that's his brother. Anyway, I didn't know he was sick. But if I see him, Cuthbert, I love his
Tall
Blackberry.
guy.
Yeah.
That Blackberry. I hope they could bury Mr. Blackberry.
When he was in the hospital for a few weeks, you know.
That's what I understood.
He was there for a few weeks.
Sunday I was at a meeting and I heard that there. I said, wow, he was the architect that designed our home. We were very good friends. Have a blessed evening, gentlemen.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Okay,
Everybody will show you cricket. They'll give all you lightsaber.
Well, I saw him today. The only place I say that we will not have, that will be on load shed will be the Portsmouth area.
On Sunday?
Sunday,
Right,
but
yeah.
everybody else will be okay. But again, I feel sorry for the Portsmouth. They want to watch cricket
Of course,
too.
how you mean
They want
that?
to watch cricket too.
The final.
Yeah, they want to watch it too. So I feel sorry for them, Blue Blue.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they took our own today. We didn't have no notice of that. And they took it from 7 o'clock this morning
My
till about
goodness.
quarter
What?
to 1.
Also, you lucky they
Yeah,
didn't
boy,
take you out
yeah.
because it's right close
Yeah.
to you.
They have some pity on me, man.
But they might take you on Sunday.
So Sunday. My
Prep
God.
for them.
That would be a great shame
Yeah, boy,
if they were to do that.
Please, please.
Thank you. All right.
Bye.
Yeah, I hope they don't do that
Please
because
don't.
nobody wants that.
Sunday, please.
You want to relax about your cricket.
From
my
4
good
in the
friend.
morning
Yeah.
to about 1 o'clock. Don't touch my lights, please, on Sunday.
Good night, caller. Hello. Good night.
All right.
Good night.
The grand final. Yes.
Hello,
Yes.
Shibo.
Yes, Mr. Lufa. How are you?
I want
Martin
to
Luther.
send out my condolences to Cuthbert.
Okay.
You're my partner.
Okay.
And also, let me give her a nice little joke.
Go ahead.
A principal called Mr. Egbert Edwards. They used to call him Froggy.
Call you as well.
Yeah, let me tell you why they call him Froggy. One day, we went to a class, and it was overcast. So he asked his student, what does the day look like today? A boy answered, today is a froggy day. From that
A froggy day.
day, froggy. Thank you.
What we see you was right, but I don't call you as well, Mr. Edo. You knew him, Ozzy? He had a house right up on the top of River Street there.
A teacher where elementary schools.
Yeah, well, he's a principal of it.
a
And he has
principal-
some bright boys.
Yes,
All of
yes,
them
yes.
Ridley,
I knew
Linford,
Mr. Edwards
Milton.
was a principal.
Yeah, he's from
at the
Collier.
elementary school.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I
He's from Collier.
knew. Yeah.
We have another caller. In fact, Robert Peters' brother.
Okay.
Yeah, he was Robert Peters.
Okay, Robert Peter, my boy.
Good night.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, they were brothers, he and Robert Peters.
Okay, I think.
Good night. Yeah, quickly, Ozzy, I just want to tell you, last week, they had this House of Assembly. I don't listen to it, but I heard excerpt from it. Just quickly, one thing. I heard, apparently, the head honcho was speaking, and then he said something, and the Mosope said to him,
I'm sure you want to see what I'm going to say.
oh, you
Go ahead. Let me
Mosope
see if
said
you
to
think
him,
alike with me.
Mosope said to him,
You
about you are
on a roll.
Yeah,
Go on.
Yeah, you on a roll, go on. That's one. Can you imagine the skipper is the speaker is telling the guy you on a roll.
And the speaker suggested some items to touch on.
Yes, and not only that too. He said to him that one thing is that they say you're imputing improper motive.
Withdraw
to
it.
withdraw. So the head honcho said,
No,
no. He said, I don't agree with you.
Yes.
No, can you imagine a member
that.
of the opposition
Saying,
that
oh,
to Mosope?
yes.
Mosope would say, come on, you have to withdraw.
Yes.
Or blah, blah, blah. Mosope would say,
And
oh,
Mosope is saying, guys, you can join,
Yes.
we relax. Some words to that effect.
In
You
fact, I
can join
couldn't
in
believe
talking.
it. The man is encouraging.
Man say
him.
you're on a roll.
Yes, like
You
you
tell-
know what, like two of them lying in somewhere.
Yeah,
Partner, you're on a
you're
roll.
on a roll. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Man, that was outrageous, man.
But what I thought was even outrageous, Ozzy, was when the head honcho says that the bashing the leader of the opposition, blah, 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 blah,
Yes,
blah.
yes,
Now,
yes.
the leader of the opposition sits there. Instead of
Says
getting up,
nothing.
she should get up and say, but you were sitting right there when they
Yeah.
called somebody a drumstick. You
Yes.
said nothing. The woman sits and said
Says
nothing.
nothing at all.
So that's why, and then you heard about a statement that was supposed to come out. No, I mean, this is a
Nothing.
joke.
Yes.
That's why I said not even talking about that. That's
Yeah.
a nonsense, and the person sits there. Hear this nonsense. Only
Yeah.
me alone
Yeah.
standing up for you.
Yeah.
And that is the same man sat in the house when they
Yes,
were calling
yeah.
somebody a
Me
drumstick.
alone stand up for you.
He's
Yes,
standing up
yes.
for you, and this kind of crap.
But most of pay.
Most of you sit there
speaker.
you on a roll.
Yeah, yeah.
A man is telling
Well, you're on the roll. Go ahead, guys. You're on the
this
roll.
same man that will telling you sit down or I'll throw
Saying
you out.
But hear the words, you're on
On
a
a
roll.
roll, like two men linemen telling the House of Assembly, you're on a roll. Let's take the last call.
Well,
Take a break.
that was really something else, boy.
Good night.
Gentlemen.
1 minute, Lobby. We have a caller. Good night.
Yes, hello.
1 minute.
Honorable gentlemen, good night.
Good night, sir.
Yes, Mr. Yes, Kopi.
When a man sell his soul to the devil, anything can happen. You understand?
Yeah.
Judas sell himself. He sold himself to the devil. So what do you expect Judas to do? What do you expect Judas to do? Remember, Satan cannot correct sin, you know. Judas sold himself, and he's showing it glaring, but nothing lasts forever. Everything
Yeah,
is for time.
yeah.
Those
Okay.
things we have to have.
All right.
All right. Thanks for the
Yeah,
comment.
so we take our first break now?
Yeah, it's 6:30 now. We take our first break. Okay.
And we get one week back.
Dominicans, enjoy your property, protect your property. You homeowner and businessman, protect your property, enjoy your property. Can't wait for the hurricane, can't wait till you flood again, can't wait till your roof fly out and all your business coming out. Remember, no insurance company will insure your property when a storm is approaching. Get ahead of the hurricane season and insure with a company who gives you the assurance of payment for your valid claim. Come speak with us today at the New India Assurance Company Limited, upstairs AC Shillingford and Company Limited, 24 King George Free Street, Roseau. Bring along an up-to-date valuation from a qualified engineer and get insured today.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Dominicans, enjoy your property, protect your property. You homeowner and businessman, protect your property, enjoy your property. Can't wait for the hurricane, can't wait till you flood again, can't wait till your roof fly out and all your business coming out. Remember, no insurance company will insure your property when a storm is approaching. Get ahead of the hurricane season and insure with a company who gives you the assurance of payment for your valid claim. Come speak with us today at the New India Assurance Company Limited, upstairs AC Shillingford and Company Limited, 24 King George Free Street, Roseau. Bring along an up-to-date valuation from a qualified engineer and get insured today.
Yes, hello, welcome back to Sports Wrap. Yes, welcome back to Sports Wrap. Yes, Lockhart.
Yeah, we have with us the president of the Dominica Basketball Association,
Yes.
Donnie
Mr.
Robinson.
Donnie Robinson.
We haven't spoken to Donnie for a while, or
For some time, yes.
but he has
Yes.
a free basketball competition that starts this weekend. So hence the reason we have him out. Good night, Donnie.
So what's new with basketball, Donnie?
Good evening, gentlemen. Thanks for having me again. Sorry you've been away for so long, but yes.
You're right.
Yes, indeed.
We're rolling out our finals of our 3x3 competition. We've had numerous various competition stages throughout the year, and we culminate the year finals this weekend, hopefully on Saturday evening at the Massac facility. That's the plan.
Okay. And the free starts when?
The tournament started earlier this year. We had 3 other tournaments that get the top 8 or top 10 qualifying teams that will roll into the finals on Saturday.
Okay.
It's a one-day event.
Okay.
And it's going to be everybody. It's going to be 2 zones, most likely, once we get the top team in play, and the winner is going to be crowned on Saturday evening.
Okay, that's good. I mean, because we haven't heard anything about basketball for a while.
Quite some time. Yes.
Lobby is there. Lobby, want to ask me a question? Donnie, a question?
No, it's okay. Well, I'm not a fan of free and free.
Oh, well, Donnie, did you hear Lobby? He said not a fan of free and free.
I understand Lobby, but
I'm not a fan of it at all. Yeah.
But for someone like you that's into the physicality,
that would be practice. That's for practice.
You would enjoy it.
Well, I mean, it's entertainment, I guess, Don. It's entertainment, right?
Yeah, it's entertainment. There are 2 things to 3x3. 3x3 allows more people to play, more teams to compete with smaller, with the same number of people in total. And secondly, what 3x3 has done for basketball in the past couple of years, it's allowed a lot more regional and international competitions because of the cost of having competitions. And it actually is one of the basketball events that have been added to the Olympics. So it's actually a very recognized competition. And it's actually the first tournament we were able to participate in on an international and regional level in the past 2 years. So it has its proponents and doubters, of course, but the traditional 5-on-5 cannot be replaced by 3x3. What 3x3 brings is like T10 in cricket. It brings
right, I was saying like 10-10 in cricket or 2020.
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement and very typical and demanding version of the sport. But yeah, we the older guys, we like our traditional 5-on-5, but it caters to a different crowd and play.
Let me ask you, during the independence, I think it was the St. Lucian guy, he's the president of some Caribbean basketball. He was here recently. Was he on some basketball business?
No, well, he was here for the festival.
Okay.
And I knew him from previous conferences. So we got together and shared, and obviously he is the president of CBC, which we fall under.
But Sebastian, I have a question there.
Well, Donnie Lobby has a question for you. Go on, Lobby.
Yes,
sure.
Yes, Donnie talking. Yes, Donnie, look. When basketball was basketball, you really had standard. We had things like Windward Island tournament and then the OECS tournament. Then you had CARICOM. What has happened presently?
So yes, that's where this visit come in. The guy that visited us was the CBC president, who is also the St. Lucia president of St. Lucia basketball. What has happened is people has basically wiped all the regional tournaments clean, and they're looking to restructure because of having the new North America and the Americas fall into our category as well now. So the whole region has been recategorized, and therefore in the past 6 years we haven't had any FIBA sanctioned regional tournament. It's not that we are not participating; there are just not any. And the only one that have been held, or the only set of tournaments that have been held in the past 3 years, have been the 3x3 tournament at the North American level. So we are trying now desperately with Mr. Collymore visiting, and we're sharing some really synergies between the Windward, especially the Windward Islands. We are trying to have revive the Windward Islands tournament and have FIBA, if not sanction it, but at least recognize it to a certain degree so we can start getting credits for it. It's very difficult to do it outside of FIBA, but that is the state we're in. FIBA has just basically restructured and just erased all the regional competitions.
Donny, well, you're a basketball man. The NBA started a few weeks now. What do you make of what you've seen so far? I mean, particularly what's happening in Los Angeles, the Clippers.
Well, I will die a Laker fan, you know that.
I know, right? Yeah.
But yeah, the league is so interested this year. I think Clippers are struggling now solely because of chemistry. But if you look at head-to-head players, they still have maybe the top 4, top 5 starting 5 in the West for sure. It's just a matter of time. I think those guys will start playing better together. Yeah. But the reigning champions look untouchable for now. Their chemistry, their skill, they have youth, they have everything seems to be going with them. I hope they can stay healthy. That will maybe make them pretty much the Western champs by default. But don't count out the Warriors, don't count out the Lakers. I think the Lakers will take some time
and the Bucks
to get steady. But I think on the East you still have the Bucks made some big moves. They got Damian Lillard.
But you know, as you mentioned, you just say it's a big move. You think that is a big move because you're a basketball man. Damian Lillard is not a good defender. What's his name? Galloway, the guy who played for Celtics though, was a much better defender than Lillard. So you think that is a better move for them bringing Damian Lillard?
Well, I think yeah. If you look at the makeup of the Bucks has maybe the world's best player now in Giannis, but they also have good supporting cast already. What they really needed was a strong another offensive threat that could give Giannis a lot more one-on-ones and kind of dominate. If you notice now in the past 3 games, he's averaging 40 points, and that's a direct reflection of the fact that you can't double team as much because you still have to pay attention to Damian Lillard, who was the leading scorer for the first 50 games last season in the league. So it depends on what you're looking for. But if you put them together and they can gel, I mean, either of those guys can give you 45 points a night. So again, it will take some time, but I still believe they're going to be a force to be reckoned with Philly and Boston. Boston maybe have the best all-around starting 5, but it's left to be seen. It's a young season still.
Yes. Okay, Donny. Okay. Well, we'll touch base with you again for next week after what's happening this weekend. So you let us know what's happening. So we'll touch base with you again next week.
For sure. Anytime, guys. Anytime,
all right.
Man.
Okay. No problem.
I'm trying not to stay away so long.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, Donny, man. Good to hear you.
Thank you.
Simbo, I have a question for you there.
For me?
I have a few questions. Yes, Simbo. I have a few questions. Yes,
Let's move on, man.
No, I have a few questions for you.
For me personally?
Well, those when you said something there about Mosopie, you called him Mosopie. I think the father would not be happy. He was a very man with call a spade to me. The name of the guy, I call him a spade, but the father himself was a straight for he shoot straight.
You're talking about the father.
The father Mosopie, Johnson Isaac.
Also, you know Johnson personally, right?
After all,
personally,
Johnson is a student of the boys' school. I can never forget him. I took my eye off.
Akuwash?
Yeah. I was walking by the shoreline in the boys' school. He was saying a stone hit on my eye. I'll never forget.
Why you were throwing wildly or deliberately? Somebody
hit me right above my eye. Which way? See the little man?
Wow.
Johnson Isaac, of course. I remember him very well, of course. You're a great goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Not the great Ozzy. He was one of the best we had in his time. One of the best.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He was a fantastic goalkeeper.
Also, a good cricketer too.
Yeah, left-hand spinner. Great fieldsman. Diving, yes, he was. Yeah, I remember him playing football this season.
Oh yeah.
And they couldn't score a penalty on Johnson Isaac, for the entire season. It took Albert Matthew. Football was from September to December.
Right.
It was just about a week before Christmas, a match. Albert Matthew scored a goal against Johnson Isaac. Only penalty scored for the entire season.
Oh, yeah? You mean he saved penalties?
Oh, boy, he couldn't score, mister.
Wow.
He was one of the greatest, I can tell you.
He was good as Fogo Roy and George and all these guys.
Some people say he was better.
You're better than them?
Some people want to say that.
Simbo, this shot, man, let me tell you. This guy height was unbelievable.
Yeah.
The way he marshaled his force, being a goalkeeper. I saw him,
I would say he's one of the best goalkeeper ever,
Johnson Isaac.
National
was that
player.
good.
I would say that I was younger then, maybe more impressionable. But I believe he might have been the best goalkeeper we ever saw in Dominica.
Johnson Isley.
Well, have been.
There's a call on the line. Maybe probably want to join. Good night.
Could
caller.
very well be.
Jose,
So,
Oh, well, Moku probably would know.
well, he would,
Johnson started football as a forward man, you know,
uh-huh.
for Yorkshire,
Okay.
centre forward.
All right. All right.
When he joined from Birmingham, Austin go to England, then he started to go.
Austin was a good goalkeeper. Great.
Yeah,
Austin, the
Reiner.
former AG.
No.
So which
No.
Austin?
Austin, that
Austin
short
Reiner.
fella.
Well, I wouldn't know about
Austin
this.
Ryan. I wouldn't this guy.
Yeah.
Austin right now.
You weren't probably born yet,
All right,
Robert.
he was a forward man.
Yeah.
So John Snyder got the forward man.
Yeah.
So he
That's right.
said. So he
Started
said.
football.
So you didn't see Johnson playing striker, was he?
Yes, man.
You saw him?
No, striker, no, never.
No, you saw him goalkeeping.
Goalkeeper. But before Johnson, I saw Sidney
That was
Dyer.
Austin. Yeah.
Sidney Dyer was fantastic to that goal. But again, I saw him when I was in my 10, 12 years ago. Maybe I was so impressionable. But Sidney Dyer to me was something out of this world.
Jose,
Sir,
the penalty, I can remember that. You know.
you remember it well?
I can remember the penalty facing the Riverside.
Albert Matthew,
Albert Matthew put a left foot
deceased,
on him.
famous
Put a left foot on him.
a left foot right out. See, me remember that? But you're a great man. Albert Matthew towards the river took a left footer and Johnson went the other way. Only penalty for whole year.
That was scored, but that's brilliant. Eh?
Unmissed. This guy, he saved about 15 penalties for the year.
My goodness.
Yeah.
What? But few people
I'm
say
glad,
penalties.
but I'm glad he can remember that,
He
man.
remembers everything. Moku.
But,
What, Moku, you're good, man.
We have another caller. Good night.
Good night. Actually, I remember a joke about Johnson either against Grenada or St. Vincent. They were saying he was goalkeeper for Dominica, man. And Johnson decided nobody was going, and a stretcher they take out Johnson in the goal, and they don't lose, you know. And a stretcher, he was one of the best, eh? He was
Yeah,
really
see,
one
you're
of the
not
best.
very tall guy, eh?
Yeah.
So you're,
He was one of the best. Yeah.
No, but few people could say penalties. For you to tell me, Anna, you say 15 penalties.
he used to save
My
penalties, I tell you.
goodness.
First time I see a guy save penalties like that, flying across the goal, you know.
Look,
You'd anticipate correctly. That's the thing.
While we're in
But-
football, we
but-
have to congratulate Dominica team
Oh,
today.
oh, yes, why you
Nobody
football?
Dominica
Yes.
team won 2-1.
That's,
Sebastian.
that's good news.
Hold
for
on, they
Dominica.
scored in the. You know, the first goal was a nice goal. And Laville scored a nice goal, and then what's his name, the defender Marshall
Yeah.
scored from a penalty, from a corner kick.
Final
Second.
score was 2-1.
2-1. Dominica
2-1.
won.
So
2-1.
Dominica won
But-
in
but-
football.
Yeah,
That's
in
good.
Tom Totola. Huh?
I watched the game and I stopped watching the game.
Why?
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I'm looking at BVI. BVI is not a hero there. That's not. It's better these teams have become the team. The team that used to give 8, 9, and 10. They have improved so much that we have to struggle to beat them 2-1. Give me a break, man.
Well, but that's no reason to stop watching it. I mean,
I know, because even the game itself was not. There wasn't much quality in the game itself. There wasn't much. Come on, man. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm saying
well,
team used to
I
just
think
walk.
they won.
Lobby,
yes.
I think I have. You say you haven't mentioned your team is out of it. I told you so, Lobby.
I
Ozzy,
didn't discuss it.
You haven't mentioned that yet. I'm giving you a break still.
Ozzy.
I
Let me tell
told
something
you
about Ozzy.
South
My team,
Africa, not for finals. They're called.
I agree
they're
with you,
chokers.
but that at least
Chokers.
You
if
know,
you have got an extra 40 runs, you are not
no, but you know what?
If
I was the president of the South Africa Cricket Board, I would fire the coach, I would fire the captain,
Yep.
and whoever else. I'll tell you why. Because we have to come to cricket. We're going to get registered. But apparently people who run teams now don't know a damn about cricket.
you mean
And
the conditions, you mean?
what I'm saying, if you come to a ground, it is overcast, it was drizzling, gloomy. The ground was covered for the past 3 days. There was heavy rain in Calcutta. Not only that, the forecast was for heavy rain on the second day. They wouldn't even have play. How the hell do you win the toss and go
Because
back?
these people like to analyze things, and they've been winning when they win the toss.
Well, that's what I tell you,
So the
stupidity.
mind was made up. Come hell or high water, we have
True.
to win the toss and to win the match.
When it's nonsense, that's what I'm
They
saying.
cannot chase properly, so no matter what conditions, we have to bat first. But no,
Whoever.
Cummins said it have batted first too.
No, he said that.
Yes.
But again, sometimes people say, a lot of the time that it does, guys sometimes lie, that someone would say, well, we would have done it. Ozzy, there is no way when I was manager of Windward would come to a ground. It is dark.
Yeah.
Rain is falling. The pitch covered for days, and you say Winnie wasn't going back.
Because they
That
have
is a nonsense.
they have the plan in their pocket the day before.
Well,
Hell or high water.
Which is stupidity. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
With stupidity.
There's too much. Yes, I
Rubbish.
think so
You
myself.
come to a ground, it is dark. In fact, the captains are is gloomy. You know, the commentators saying it is gloomy.
South Africa must bat first to win.
Yeah.
They feel that is it for them. They don't bat first, they're out of it. They cannot chase properly. They've been losing. They lose more matches when chasing. Therefore, the best option for South Africa is to bat first, put a big score, and defend it. They are very poor chasers.
When I would fire the
And
coach and the
just for
captain.
that, they are chokers on the big day. I knew South Africa could never beat Australia on the big day.
Why?
I said so, you know.
I'd fire them because you can't tell me you come to a ground.
They won.
rain
They
falling.
won about. They played about what, 9 times for the year. South Africa won about 7
Most of
times.
the games.
Most games, but you know, in a big game like a semi-final, Australia will never go down to South Africa. I knew that, Lobby.
If
I
that
want,
weather,
I want
if that
you know.
wrong, if it
Huh?
hadn't rained Ozzy on a lovely day, things would have been different.
But if you know what you say about if,
I agree with you.
you know what if
But
beggars
as people
could ride.
said, as people
right?
said, they should have sent
If
in Austria
wishes
to
were
bat.
horses, beggars would ride horses.
I know. But again, Ozzy, that is sports because we lost in England. Remember West Indies going for free pit?
Yeah.
And
But
we
I'm
lost.
sure South Africa cannot beat Australia in a big game at the World Cup.
Are you wrong? I don't agree with you at all.
Well, I'm telling you,
Sibo just said, what happened, you know?
Check the, don't agree with me, you know, the record is there, you know.
Right.
Today, was it day, not Thursday, no? So you don't agree with me today, is Thursday?
Yes. Yes, we lost.
So, you know, don't agree on the fact.
Yes, it's how we lost.
You're not checking his records.
Well,
South
Ozzy,
Africa cannot
In
beat
fact,
Australia.
they have played 4 times in the World Cup. One game was a tie. Australia won the other
Australia won all the other 3
The
times
other
they've
three.
played.
But I think that thing they had
never
now.
beat Australia. The records
But
are
I
there.
think, as Sibo said, they mess it up.
They mess it
They
up.
should have sent Austria to bat.
If cricket is on
But again,
equal,
we'll see what happened in the final. We'll see what happened, Ozzy.
you see the
What
thing
you
is
talking
this,
about?
we have the
You will
plan,
beat
they must
India?
bat first.
Nobody's stupidity.
When they bat first, they jump before,
Yeah.
as though they win the
I
match
believe
already.
the sun is hot, Ozzy. Nice weather. You come, you
True.
go to that land.
It was overcast and there was some
I
moisture
tell you,
in the air.
Ozzy,
So-
rain have been falling in Calcutta for the past 3 days.
Time I saw this fella Hazelwood bowling.
Yeah.
I saw the ball zipping through, boy, Hazelwood.
They were crazy.
Yeah, boy. I said, what?
They were crazy. I said, but this guy's mad. Tell me you're going to bat. That is a stupidity. The ball moving all over the place.
Yeah.
Boy.
And the record is terrible.
And that's why I say a lot of these teams, they don't know what the hell is going on. They just come and play cricket. That's all.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah,
think.
yeah.
They don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sibo,
Yeah.
why do you want the cricket? You heard about what happened to Sri Lanka with the ICC? What did Sri
Well,
Lanka, Bangladesh?
they fired the entire board, but they went to court.
ICC?
No, the
Sri Lanka?
Sri Lanka government fired the cricket board.
I didn't know that.
Yes, but
And ICC banned the ban on Sri
well,
Lanka.
the board now went to court, and the board has, in fact, they put Rana Tunga as the caretaker, the government, but the court has overturned that.
Sri Lanka always has some problems, man. Sri Lanka.
No,
Why
but
did Sri Lanka played poorly, man? Poorly.
But you see, the ICC policy says there must be no government interference in cricket.
Yeah.
Say that again, Ozzy.
But Lobby was speaking there.
Gobi, what do you say?
I said, based on the ICC regulation, government must have no interference in sports, in cricket.
But I don't agree with this nonsense even in football, because a lot of the grounds are government grounds for ICC, FIFA, and in the ICC
Yeah,
say
FIFA
you
likes
cannot
to
get
be a
involved.
monopoly
I think that's
of
a
things.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Because you can't tell me when you want assistance, you will come to me, develop the ground, and then you can say I cannot interfere. I don't agree with that. I've never agreed with FIFA with this nonsense. I've never agreed with that.
Yeah.
That I always find it's a nonsense.
Yeah, FIFA is
Yeah.
a monopoly.
And ICC too.
Yeah.
Because
ICC,
you cannot
yeah.
tell me if the grounds belong to the government. A lot of them belong to the government. It's not private
They're
grounds.
low onto themselves,
Yeah,
you know.
well, that's the thing.
Especially FIFA.
FIFA.
Ooh.
And say the government cannot interfere
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
this kind of
yeah,
nonsense.
yeah.
I've always found it nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we are trying to get.
We're trying to get Red Spirara,
Red Spirara.
who is going to be given an honorary doctorate also together with your boy Rohan Kanai.
Yeah, Red is a Guyanese, eh?
Yeah, well, he's in Guyana now.
Spent his life more.
Yeah,
he's
well, he's a
OECS
solution now.
a solution.
Yeah. So he's going to be bestowed, the honorary doctorate is going to be bestowed on him.
Well, that's fantastic. Let me congratulate Reds, man.
Last year.
We're trying to get Reds, and there's some difficulty in contacting him. And
But can we
also,
talk something else also in the meantime?
huh?
In the meantime, can we say something about tennis?
Well, yes, if you also say about tennis, you can, yes.
Yes, remember, but you're watching the ATP final, man. Sinner, his son Djokovic in
That's
the
the final 8.
Yes.
I haven't watched it yet. It's begun the final 8.
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh,
he beat,
okay.
Djokovic,
Okay.
yes.
Oh, Sinner played.
Yeah, Sinner, he has been top. Sinner is in top form, you know.
Yes,
We're
yes,
watching
Sinner.
him.
Yannick
Yeah.
Sinner of Italy.
Yeah, Italy.
Yeah, he's a good guy, doing well.
Ozzy, let me tell you something. The men's section, the men, even Alcaraz.
The top 8, yes.
Alcaraz having a torrid time,
Tough
you know, right
time,
now.
yes. So I see.
He's not.
Okay.
He came, when he came out, people thought that he was invincible. He was the
Yes.
next great. He was the next great.
Yes, there's
But
for
the
him
guys
great
who
than
took him,
everybody
man.
else.
The
You
guys,
know?
there are some fun. There are tough players there, you know, right now, you know, in the tennis, men tennis.
Okay. You know, I the top 8. Do you know the top 8 who made
No,
it?
that I had to check out today, but I
Yes.
forgot.
I forgot to check out myself, Sibo.
I watched
The top 8, the final
But
8.
there's a nice game between Djokovic. What's the guy from
Sinner.
Sinner?
No, before Sinner. He had a good. The
From
guy won the second set.
Denmark?
Yeah, the guy from Denmark.
Rooney. Rooney.
Yeah, that
Always
was
give
Rooney.
Novak top. Rooney.
Yeah, it was a nice game. I'm telling you.
Novak beat him?
Yeah, Novak will 2 sets to 1.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I've been watching that. I know the top 8 play the finals
Yeah.
for every year. And Novak is looking for his 7th title. I think Novak has won us about 6 times, you know.
Yeah.
End of the year finals. The top 8 do not play Novak. Yes.
Rublev is there. Sinner is there.
Rublev.
Rublev with
It's
Alcaraz last night.
Zverev. There's Zverev.
Zverev.
Okay. Who again? The guy from Norway. What's his name
Tsitsipas is
again?
there.
Who's that?
Tsitsipas.
I saw
Tsitsipas,
playing
yes.
yesterday. I saw him playing yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I
Rooney
think
is
this guy
there.
from Canada.
From Canada?
Ah,
Canada, that would be
You mean thing? What's his name again?
this,
I know the
this
family
young
long
boy.
name, WV name,
Yeah.
Andy Aliasim or something like that.
Yes.
Mr. Made it? Aliasim?
I think so.
I don't think so, no?
Well, even though there is hookers, then make it then.
Who's that?
Hookers.
Herkash can probably make it. He's a guy from Poland.
Poland, yes.
Herkash.
Hookers.
But I'm not sure who's the exact top 10, top 8.
Top 8.
But I know Rublev would be there, Tsitsipas would be there, Rooney from Denmark would be there.
Yes.
You know, but this guy from Norway, what's his name? He played in the finals of the French last year.
Mhm.
That's Rude.
Yeah, Rude is there. Rude is there.
Okay.
And
But no-
also this fellow, Shapovalov,
No, Shapovalov can be the top 8. No.
Okay,
No,
also we have
Shapovalov,
Reds on
no.
the line.
Okay, no, we'll get back to
Reds,
more tennis later.
So good evening. We have with us the Mr. Red Spur, who's going to be given an honorary doctorate together with Rohan Kanai on, is it Saturday, Reds?
It's Saturday at 3 p.m. in the afternoon at the University of Guyana in the Maurice section.
Well, I'm sure Ozzy is there. Ozzy want to congratulate you as well.
Well, the Reds, yes, I personally want to congratulate you. I think it's well deserving accolade for you after your many years, distinctive years in sports, especially cricket. And I had Rohan Kanai also.
Rohan Kanai, yes.
The great Rohan Kanai. So I think they're very deserving accolades for both of you, Guyanese nationals. And I want to congratulate you very much. All the best, and I wish you many more years on this earth, Red Spirara.
The question on Kanai, he will receive the doctorate in December.
Also, Kanai will not
Kanai
be...
will receive it in December.
No, he December.
Oh, he's
Also,
after-
he couldn't come for the Saturday.
No. Yeah, I think December is also, you know, Lockhart, maybe his birthday month. So it'll be very special.
Oh, okay.
He probably end up spending Christmas.
Oh, okay. And Rez, I'm sure most people, the Black is also there with us. Most people will congratulate you. I think you have done an outstanding, you've been an outstanding commentator throughout the years. You did very well at the
work at the
OECS.
OECS desk. was-
OECS,
Oh,
Reds. No praise is too high for you, Reds. No praise can be too high
Oh,
for
yeah,
you.
hard working and the
I am very,
OECS desk, you know.
I'm very happy that Ozzy, that he, while he's alive, such accolades can be bestowed upon him.
Yes.
It doesn't affect me one bit. I'll be the same person, same humble person. I'm not going to get cocky and big up. You do things and you hope you can get whatever you do in a life of sport. You hope you could make a success of what done, whether you're basketball president or boxing president or OECS head or a commentator. You strive to make everything successful. You enjoy the success. You enjoy that you help other people. You execute what you've been asked to execute. Of all the challenges I had, I think the OECS job was easy, the most satisfactory. I enjoyed that the most. It was challenging.
I can well imagine. Reds, also, you started a workshop today, I think. Today, I believe, right? A 3-day workshop?
The workshop was yesterday.
Okay.
It went very well. Rayon King started it. He was first on explaining the duties of a match referee and what is the process once he gets to the ground. He starts interacting with the umpires, with the man, the third umpire. He's starting to interact with the captains and managers just to clear up any little matter that needs to be cleared in case they have a question or something. And then his job ends when the ground authority says, as you know, Lockhart, the ground is ready. And then, of course, they can go and spin the toss. But they can't touch the ground until the authority says it is in fact ready. But he was really good because he dealt with the difference of umpires and as match referee. You got to be sensitive to people's personality. Some people are strong. They can answer a question if you ask them about a certain incident. Some people you have to deal with them in a one-to-one because they're not good in a group situation. He was extremely good. They asked him about, I asked him about the Matthews timeout. And I said to him, from your humble point of view, was the mistake made by Matthews by not immediately as the strap broke by going to the ruling umpire? He said, you hit it on the head. You just can't turn around and walk away and call for a new headpiece without informing the umpire what you're doing.
Red, let me ask you, was it a one-day workshop or it continues tomorrow?
No, it continues tomorrow. I mean, we worked with a number of papers. We had the Alex Jordan paper. We worked with the one from Roland Butcher. We worked with the one from Prof. Edwards. And the one to study the course. We couldn't hand all of them, and we don't want to because we want to space it out and have 3 or 4 sessions of, for example, the one you said will probably be done in the first session.
Tomorrow. Okay.
So, we want to make sure we use all 15. Now, everybody have a docket, everybody have a folder. They have exactly what I'm reading from.
Okay.
Exactly what I'm reading from.
Okay.
So and there's a sheet which says day 1 you'll have so, and tomorrow one of the things we are having is a motivating speech to the audience, trying to motivate them, trying to say, look, best wishes. I don't know what the person's going to say, so I'm just asked.
Okay.
Somebody to do a motivating speech to encourage them to stay in the art. We'll have a voice trainer from the Theatre Guild of Guyana trying to show techniques on how you can improve your voice. Some people's voice on commentary is much too high, some are too bassy, and what they can do to improve it, what kind of exercises.
Well, you have a commentator right there with you as well, eh? You have a commentator right there with you as well. Ozzy, right, sir.
Oh, yes, well. Yeah.
Reds, well, I say you have a commentator right there with you as well, Ozzy Lewis.
Right here.
Right, right here, not there. Not there. Right here.
Here.
Sorry. Right. Well, Reds, let me. We're struggling for time, so we just want to congratulate you on.
Berbice today with the University and Association in that area, that American campus in Berbice, they have named a Walk of Fame with all the Berbicians who have played for the West Indies.
Okay.
Starting with John Trim in
John Trim.
1949.
Passport.
That's up and running. It should motivate young Berbicians. It should give them a sense of history. And it's right up to date. Even the girls who recently played, they were all down there. Spoke to Campbell. I spoke to the young left arm spinner who was vice captain in the last tour. The girl Smart, who was a very good bowler, as you might remember.
Yeah, I was a selector when she played. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Right. She's been invited to come and take part in the workshop tomorrow.
Okay.
The workshop tomorrow starts at 9, and it will finish with a certificate being handed to everyone with the person's name, signed by, I think, the Minister of Sport is back from London, and the head of the Guyana board and myself. And it should be a fairly, we're having an umpire. We couldn't get Dugan because Dugan has gone to New York on holiday, but we have gotten the next best senior man, a man called Shadless. So basically, it's going well, and it will be my last workshop.
Well, don't say that, Reg. You must never say that. I rebuke you to say it's your last workshop because take that back. Eh?
People aren't interested. I tried to get the West Indies board under Ricky Skerritt to have one. It went anywhere. I have tried to encourage Shallow to have one. It's getting nowhere.
Well, forget them, Reds. I want to congratulate you again. You deserve everything you got. I was happy that the Guyana president invited you to the CPL. They paid all expenses. You were there, and they're doing that again. So everything you're getting now, you deserve it. One final question: who's going to win on Sunday? Final question.
It depends on the Australian bowlers.
No, no. I asked you a question, though. I don't want to tell you about Bull. I asked you a question. Okay. Good night. I will talk to you when you get back to St. Lucia. Okay? Yeah.
By the way, Seals is going to bowl for Sussex.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Reds, all the best, and all the best to you.
Okay. Right. Take care. I'll talk to you then. Take care. All right. Well, that was Red Sparrow, who is Aussie, as you know, and he's a commentator like yourself.
Yeah.
Very well. I mean,
from Berbice.
You know, he was actually born in Essequibo. I mean, from the quarantine. I mean, Berbice.
I said all the Berbicians.
Well, he went there because, you know, Guyana, as you know, Aussie is probably the country with the best economy in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
You can, in days gone by, when we played, you had to drive 5 hours and then travel on the boat across. Now you can just drive to Berbice in 2 hours. Yeah, Guyana is loaded with money now, although Venezuela tried to attack them. Yes. But Reds, I'm happy for Reds. I mean, when he mentioned that to me last week, I told him you deserve everything.
You deserve some recognition, you know.
Yeah,
but his work at the USS desk was fantastic.
No, he did a tremendous
there could be
job.
no replacement.
Nobody did what
People
he did.
tried to replace, but nobody could ever replicate Reds. At the desk, the work he covered, all sports, you know.
Not only that, how he got the funds to run this program.
I know very well.
Yeah, he did a tremendous job.
Especially the OECS sports desk job he had. That was a fantastic performance there.
I want to add to that, Sibo. I want to add to that.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, yes, with Reds in the OECS Aussie.
Yeah, boy.
I could tell you, especially track and field in particular, Aussie.
Field, boxing, all sports.
No, but I'm coming with track and field in particular, Aussie. We had this event every year where the athletes look forward.
Track and field, yes.
Yeah, and in different countries. And from not only that, after even let's say it was in St. Lucia, an OECS team would have been picked to represent the OECS at the Texaco Games in Barbados that was sponsored by Texaco. So the track and field was alive at the time and produced a lot of outstanding athletes, especially Dominica.
Yeah.
It's rather unfortunate today, Aussie, where we are right now, you know, where we are right now to see what the question. What has happened to boxing in Dominica? You all have something vitae.
You asking me? Aussies somebody involved in boxing. They didn't have some big thing there, did they?
Yes, some big thing, yes.
Everything is too short to
big
flam.
tournament recently, yes, about a year ago. Last year, November, I think. Sometime.
Why sports now is always a too short to flam now? Why is happening? There was continuity. Huh?
Well, I don't even know what's happening in this place. Because although you have a wholesale minister in Saudi Arabia like me, they probably go to their shopping for Christmas.
Yes.
They'll call it a big shopping for Christmas.
Of course, Lyman there, Gaston Brown.
In fact, I was watching a picture today. I saw what's the name, the Minister of Health, and the background of Skerrit over there. So all these guys
are having a good time.
They have about 4 or 5 ministers who are away,
Oh,
yeah, I think the guy from Cape Bush or wherever is acting prime minister now, or somewhere there. Where is it? Cottage, all these people. No, what I don't understand, in a poor country, why a whole set of ministers like that have to be going to do what?
Attempt to get something signed, which the person in Saudi Arabia can come over and get it done. You know.
All of you,
they're prepared to cover you. They want to go there for the trip.
When Christmas is a few days next month, so they come to all their shopping and pay no blasted custom duty or anything like that. I mean, this is just a big joke. A whole set of people.
It's now 7-12. Before I forget, there's a guy I saw, Paris, his name says Paris.
Yes, from Marigold.
On the opposition.
That is Mr. Paris' son, you know.
Well, boy, he was very impressive to me. This guy is very impressive.
You saw him, you actually
was. He articulate, he speaks well. He has what they call a plumb, A-P-L-O-M-B.
Yeah.
The way he just
Stuart Paris' son.
Stuart Paris' son.
Yeah.
The guy with the great baritone voice.
Yeah.
Builder guy. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, this young Paris guy is solid material.
Okay, I don't listen to the House at all because I don't think Is that like theater? Some people use
Yeah.
that to do their nonsense.
He spoke very well and the substance of what you're saying, you know.
Okay.
And the way he delivered it, his delivery,
Okay.
very good. It stood out in my opinion.
Okay.
Paris.
Well, I don't
So I
listen to
say
you.
I must say something, you know.
Okay.
Because I like to commend people who have talent.
Who have done brilliantly.
This guy could go far. I really don't know him at all.
Yeah.
I hate Paris' son.
Yes, Stuart Paris is Sunday. I
But
think maybe Delbert or something.
Delbert Paris.
Yeah, we have a caller there. We have a caller
This guy
there.
is substantial.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Louis and Thibault.
Good evening. Yes.
Dodol, how are you, man?
Dodol.
Dodol, you had your biscuits already?
You know, we had a coincidence last week.
Uh-huh.
When you were talking about me about the biscuit and the I was just having my coffee and my biscuit right on the table. I tried to call you up, I didn't get you.
Dodol. Famous Dodol.
But what I'm listening and watching me, man.
We have our lens on you, Dodol. We can see you.
Everybody good, Dodol. Everybody good. How about you? You okay?
Yeah, man, not too bad.
Oh, just want to. I know the funeral is Saturday. I couldn't make it, but you were there, right?
I know. I hang on there.
Right, nice for you. I know it was your nephew, right, Bumpy?
Yeah, Lobby.
Lobby looked on also like
How are you? How are you?
Good evening.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Thibault. You know who's going to win on Sunday?
Tell me.
Well, who's going to win on Sunday?
Australia, of course.
Okay, thank you very much, Dodol boy.
Well, we'll soon find out.
Australia is going to win tournament, yes.
On Sunday.
Yeah.
Put that in your bag. Good night, sir.
Okay, Dodol.
And
Yeah.
you take care of yourself.
Sunday is the big day.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Australia will be playing their 8th finals in Lockhart.
Yeah.
Out of 13 World Cup finals, Australia is now playing their 8th as against 117. Then you don't know what 8 means. 8th final Australia, Lambi. West Indies.
Well, the only thing I said West Indies.
They played three and out.
God,
They're
no,
gone.
when they played me anymore. I mean, no,
Finals.
Oh, finals.
Finals. they're talking
God
about
put
finals.
a hand because the quality of cricket I saw there, West Indies have struggled.
Oh,
out
they-
here.
they-
West
yes,
Indies
yes.
have struggled in that World Cup. Honestly, the kind of quality of cricket
Yeah.
we have seen, West Indies have struggled.
But one
big time.
big question I have in mind, not a question, you know, a little more concern, an observation. Kerry the wicketkeeper.
Carry.
Yeah. This is a man that's played the World Cup before and was outstanding in the last World Cup, you know. And he's played a lot of ODI cricket for Australia. He's now playing Test cricket. He plays 2 matches in this World Cup, 2 matches, and Carey has been dropped and never picked again. And I see many times, I watch for body language, I see him standing there, and I can watch Carey, and I can see he has a problem. How he lost his pick. Okay.
Well, they tried something. I mean,
And
the guy batted well today.
They find it hard to go back from English back to Carey.
Yeah.
But Carey's a good batsman
Yeah,
too, you
of
know.
course he can bat. He's sure he can bat.
Especially in crises.
Sure he
So
can.
people are talking about that. What Carey people have done something, boy. Because this guy has not been scoring runs. Just today he scored a few, you know.
You know he's an Englishman, huh?
English.
He's an Englishman.
Why do you know that?
Yeah, he was born in England. He went to Australia when he was what, 15?
Yeah.
When he was at the age of 15, he went to
But
Australia.
he played very
Well, he's
well
an
today.
Englishman.
He played well today. Why you
Sebastian, a question.
Yeah.
What? No. Ozzy and Sebastian, Ozzy. What has happened to us right now? Sport
Who's
was
us?
alive and well. It was in the atmosphere. You had something happening. What has happened to sports, Sebastian?
No, what you talking about sports where?
In Dominica.
Well, when you asking the wrong person, I can tell you that. I mean, in fact, Ozzy, the World Cup started in the Caribbean in 7 months. The lights business.
As a 2020.
6th of June, eh?
Yeah.
That is just now.
Lights not settled yet.
Well, what I'm hearing from very reliable sources, somebody didn't offer the contract, but the fee is very exorbitant. And it's like they have them, the person have them by their balls now.
I see, yes.
The person have them by their balls.
Time is coming up.
Yes. And the person have them by their balls.
Yeah, yeah.
And the fee the person is asking
Exorbitant fee.
for most of the funds up front.
Yes.
So up to now, I don't know what is happening because look, Christmas is almost there, and they have to get these poles erected before the World Cup. I don't know if they will. In fact, the ICC are deciding this weekend on the fixtures, the fixtures for the World Cup. So where matches will be played. So we don't know what's going to happen if the Dominica matches, because you see, most of the venues have. In fact, look, Barbados is going to spend over $20-something million to develop Kensington before the World Cup. So we're not hearing anything from the people. That's the problem. After you ask the question, Loblak, about sports in Dominica, you hear nothing. Some guy had gotten a contract. They did their nonsense.
When did the World Cup start, you say?
6th of June.
June next year.
It's the 6th to the 29th of June. The T20 World Cup, which just now, time goes so quickly.
Yeah.
Now, so, in fact, work should be going on Windsor Park Hall now. So we don't know what's going to happen.
What is the status with the academy in Portsmouth?
It's going on. It's going on.
It's going on?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I haven't seen any, also, have you seen any fast bowler from the academy?
No, never seen it.
Well, don't talk about the academy. You haven't seen any fast bowler. We had the Super 50, so no fast bowler.
I was a fast bowler from anywhere.
I am talking about my country, Dominica.
Well,
fast bowler.
When we had no academy in those days, Ozzy, you had fast bowlers coming up.
Honestly, I don't want to blame the academy for that, because you have schools now, and we know that where after second form, Ozzy, they play no sports. That is a fact. People, so even in the schools now, they're not encouraging people to play sports. So how you expect to get
that incentive is not there like before?
Different. So it's a nonsense that's going on. So the people at the top, if they don't care, they don't care. In fact, I heard somebody was even calling today, and I had wondered, talking about a guy was on thing, and I was disturbed when I hear him talking about they should use the Portersville, Savannah, and Newtown as a parking area. I mean, he had this nonsense. I think he was on his map. And I switch up after. He's talking about Roseau, the boss,
who's saying that?
Some jolly guy.
Jolly was saying that?
Yeah, he says that. He says the bus terminal and so on, they shouldn't have in Roseau. So they have parking spot in Porterfield, Savannah, and in Newtown, Savannah.
Use playing fields.
For parking.
Yes,
so I say, can you imagine somebody talking this foolishness,
the mindset of some people.
Mindset, you don't give a damn about sports to talk to business like that.
But Sibo, you cannot, I wouldn't blame the individual presently. Because the grounds years ago, you had activities on the ground. We happened to us too much SIWO. You have realized it's SIWO in the country of SIWO.
Well,
gentlemen, I have a question for you all regarding West Indies cricket and the World Cup.
Yes, let's stick to the World Cup now.
We have 4 years to the next World Cup.
Indeed.
Will West Indies field a team, and will West Indies be in the finals?
Well, you have to qualify to be there.
Well, no,
you have to qualify.
You have to qualify. Is the top 8 teams automatically qualified?
No. The 8 teams for the Champions Trophy. For the World Cup will be more, but you have to qualify.
Yeah.
You have to win matches.
Top 10 teams.
Yeah, the top 10 teams. You have to. But people had questions about this format. I like this format, Ozzy. Before you had
Round Robin,
and you had Super 8 and 6.
Yes.
This format to me is good.
Everybody
played everybody.
The only thing that sometimes there's some mismatches. I can't take it too well. Okay. I find when you have these teams from the associate nations making it, when they play on the big stage, they win the odd match, but they are mismatched. In many of the matches are mismatches. See, even Bangladesh look like nothing this year. Bangladesh,
they struggled. Look at Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka was nonsense.
Yeah, Sri Lanka.
A team like Sri Lanka with all these great players, Muritharan, Jayawardena, Sangakkara, Aaron Da Silva. By the way, he's just inducted to the Hall of Fame. Da Silva.
Yeah.
Aaron Da Silva.
You say, he did that brilliant century in the World Cup. I think it was which year? 96?
And then Sewag.
Well, this guy. People talk about all kind of batsmen.
Sewag.
Virender Sewag was one of the real great batsmen. This guy would come and attack a bowling. Sewag was just a top batsman.
Unbelievable.
In fact, Viv handed over the thing to them.
Yeah, Viv Richards. Viv Richards. Viv Richards.
No, he had told me he had to go for the semi-final, the final.
Okay.
Yeah, he had to go up. In fact, in the article I told you about off here, Mark Nicholas wrote. So Mark Nicholas said that while Coley was breaking the record, Richards was quietly watching in the stands. Mark Nicholas wrote.
By the way, Coley has registered his 50th century. And I want to congratulate Coley. He's not my fan, but this is a singular achievement. 50 one-day international series by any standard, any fig of imagination. It's a fantastic performance.
And 71-50. In fact,
before we
take the break, also we come back to cricket. I just want to read something. The last paragraph Mark Nicholas wrote today about batters. He said, so if the question is who is the greatest ODI batter, it can only be one of two. The two who most dominated their eras. Both have a V power.
De Villiers.
Well, hear that. He said both have a V power. Viv and Virat. Take your pick. Yesterday, all Indian voted for Virat. A lot he said that all Indian voted for Virat. It's a lot of ground to make for Viv. Yeah, so he says that right now it's two people, two Vivs, Viv or Kohli. Take your pick. Who is the greatest ODI batter of all time?
But Kohli hasn't got that swashbuckling
like Richard
image like Richard or De Villiers.
Yeah.
De Villiers.
Well, he mentioned De Villiers in the 5. He said
he's the one
Tendulkar.
who changed batting to me.
He said De Villiers, Tendulkar, Richards, Kohli. But he brought it down to 2. His final 2, the greatest ODI and Vivian Richards.
Yeah, well, that's what records. Yes, they have records. But I can tell you, boy, De Villiers.
But you cannot forget Tendulkar either. You see people talk, you cannot forget Sachin Tendulkar.
I know, but he hasn't got that swashbuckling kind of play, man.
Well, like Richards, even Kohli, Richards took over when like he said.
No, Richards was still different.
When he walked out, he took
dominating,
over.
Man.
Even you remember World Series, which was probably one of the hardest ODI of all time. That competition, Richards dominating that.
Tendulkar accumulate break record.
Yeah.
I mean, but still they haven't got that factor, man.
Yeah.
You got like Viv Richards, Garfield
Sobers.
Sobers.
You're right.
Val Felix,
Brian Lara.
Brian Lara, yes. You know, there's something about these guys.
The quality of bowling. Look at, for example,
B. De Villiers, boy, of Australia.
No, he was something else. I mean, he was.
The era of Viv, Sibo. The era of Viv. Look at the quality of bowlers you had at that time. Genuine fast bowlers competing now. Am I right?
You are correct. You're correct. We have a caller.
He's highly regarded as Viv Richards.
No, all over the world.
All over the world.
He's a king.
There's no doubt about it.
All the commentators.
All the guys who played with him and before his time
will tell you he was the best.
Viv Richards.
How he played his cricket, does he? He played to win. We have a caller. Good night.
Entertainment too, man. The entertainment value.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Yesterday, Viv was in the commentary box and they was interviewing him. And you know how Ravi Shastri, the name address him. Ravi Shastri say, the boss.
Well, Gail was called the universal boss to him.
Well, Gail was no boss.
Gail called himself the boss.
Yeah. Go on, caller. Huh? In fact, I saw a quote where they said that even in the box, Richard took over yesterday. He shows you. They said that he was on the Shastri. You remember? You saw it yesterday.
Man, of
and
course.
They say even in the box, he took over. That's how he operated. He took over the commentator's box. Yeah, we take a break now? Yeah.
Oh, yes, we take a break now. Okay.
Dominicans, enjoy your property, protect your property. You homeowner and businessman, protect your property, enjoy your property. Can't wait for the hurricane, can't wait till you flood again, can't wait till your roof fly out and all your business coming out. Remember, no insurance company will insure your property when a storm is approaching. Get ahead of the hurricane season and insure with a company who gives you the assurance of payment for your valid claim. Come speak with us today at the New India Assurance Company Limited, upstairs AC Shillingford and Company Limited, 24 King George Street, Roseau. Bring along an up-to-date valuation from a qualified engineer and get insured today.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Dominicans, enjoy your property, protect your property. You homeowner and businessman, protect your property, enjoy your property. Can't wait for the hurricane, can't wait till you flood again, can't wait till your roof fly out and all your business coming out. Remember, no insurance company will insure your property when a storm is approaching. Get ahead of the hurricane season and insure with a company who gives you the assurance of payment for your valid claim. Come speak with us today at the New India Assurance Company Limited, upstairs AC Shillingford and Company Limited, 24 King George Street, Roseau. Bring along an up-to-date valuation from a qualified engineer and get insured today.
Welcome back to our Sports Drive program. It's now 7:30. We have 30 precious moments left, and I think we should focus on this World Cup, the 13th World Cup. Just to tell you once again, the World Cup began in 75, and I keep repeating, the West Indies won the first edition, second edition, and were finalists, almost won the third consecutive edition in 83. When India won the first time.
In fact, Robert Lloyd had retired right after, and he took it back after.
Right.
They were so hurt. In fact, Vivian Richards told me that was one of the worst days of his life.
83 when they lost?
When they lost in the dressing room at Lord's.
83.
Yeah, before the presentation.
Yes.
You see, everybody sat there who was
lost
crying.
By 40 runs?
Yeah,
Yes.
who couldn't speak. People were speechless.
Yeah.
He said the night when they went to the hotel,
Yeah.
everybody just went to their room. Because
and that team cannot qualify to make an appearance in the 13th World Cup in India, Lambi.
In fact, the T20
you
World Cup,
won
they
the first
qualified.
one, you won the second one, you were final in the finals of the third one, and always a top competitor. Here comes number 13. You can't even qualify to play.
But gentlemen, Ozzy.
Saying that.
Yeah, during the prayer, I said they would because I knew I couldn't see West Indies in the qualifier between
they couldn't make
Zimbabwe and Sri Lanka. No, but I didn't see them qualifying when they played. I didn't see them. What are you going to say, Lobby?
Yes, before this World Cup, Sebastian, how many ODIs we won and how many we lost?
When you say
period,
we engaged a number of teams in ODI tournaments. Game day is 3-4. All right. Let's say before this World Cup, we had to qualify. So how many? Can you give me? If it's 10, we played. 20, we played.
Plenty more matches.
A lot of matches we
Plenty
played.
matches. West Indies lost.
Was 5 or 7, 8 matches.
In fact, West Indies, that was probably the ODI was West Indies. That's when they performed the worst.
Yeah.
In the free format. In ODIs.
They were beaten
all over the place.
Netherlands beat them. All kind of teams beat West Indies. They could hardly win a match.
But gentlemen, we had
Ireland beat West Indies.
Ireland beat West Indies. Scotland.
Sebastian,
all-
we in the past we had this report. This was it, Mancard report. What has all these things we did? We had players' union. We had monies given to players. Look at the state of West Indies cricket today. What has happened to us?
Well, it happened all over the place. It's like I say, individual countries. Look at, for instance, Jamaica. The Jamaica cricket now is in a mess.
Yeah, very,
and
very,
it has
very
been
poor,
like that
very
for a
poor,
while.
very poor.
So if you have one area, it's so bad.
By
It's
the
going to
way, we
filter
want
down.
to congratulate Darren Bravo again for winning.
When
Darren
Mr.
Bravo.
Maynard is
Mr. Maynard is
listening.
listening. He always monitors us.
Yeah,
we must
they-
mention that Darren Bravo led his team over the 8th time.
Well, in fact,
Countless times.
I
the
need
Trinidad
to
Red
find
Cross.
out. The camp started today in Antigua. So obviously all the players are up there. There's a camp that started today, preparing for the ODIs against England.
yes.
So I need to find out the names to see who is up there. I know Afanas is up there for sure.
Yeah.
Ali Afanas is up there. So the camp started today or tomorrow.
And there's some team going to South Australia, South Africa.
They left already.
From 18.
team.
Yeah.
Calvin Hodges
After
in
that,
that
is not
team.
on that team.
No, because he has to play the
camp.
ODIs against England.
The bigger matches,
The
yes.
free ODI. I'm not sure if he's in the T20 team, but the ODIs, the free ODIs against England and 5
And
T20.
5 T20s coming up very shortly.
So there's a camp that starts in Antigua today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
So all the players are up there.
Yeah.
So I want to check the name to see if Darren Bravo is there.
Yeah.
Because no, but again, if a man scores the most runs in the tournament, I can't see you leaving him out.
Darren Bravo, let me finally ask you, what is he to Brian Lara? What is he to Brian Lara?
He and Brian Lara are cousins by mother, not Dwayne.
They are cousins by
Brian
mother.
Lara's is his mother's cousin.
Yeah.
The first cousin, not Dwayne, because Dwayne and him are not the same mother.
Okay, okay.
So his mother
From
and
the
Brian
mother's
Lara,
side.
his mother's
You find Lara looks like Brian.
He looks like him. You don't find that? He
But
has
of course,
the same physique.
but to me, the same,
He's just a little
he's
taller.
He's just a little taller.
Yeah.
Almost the same person.
Yeah. By the mother's side.
And he's a left-handed batsman.
Yeah. Same mannerisms.
But does he bats like Lara?
Same mannerisms. The way some of his strokes he plays,
Yes,
just like Brian.
I find he looks like Lara. He bats like Lara, but Lara is a little shorter.
Yeah, he's taller than Brian.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he's as good as Lara. I'm not saying that, you
Not
know.
many people
I'm
were.
saying how he looks.
Yeah.
I seen Bravo every time.
Yeah.
I think of Lara.
Yeah. You're right. You're correct.
But you must, to me, I see
On the mother's side.
on the mother's side. I said
not
these
by the
guys
father.
look like twin brothers.
His
But
mother's
he's
side.
about 2 inches taller than Brian Lara.
Because he and Dwayne are the same mother.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
same father.
Oh, he and Dwayne are not the
Same
same.
mother.
Oh, that is why, because he
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
look as tall.
Yeah.
Do we ever call
But
her?
the father is always at cricket, one thing, the father.
Yeah.
Yeah. But going back to the World Cup also.
But let's get back to the World Cup.
Yes. So, well, I had always said from the start, India, you had to give them food poisoning. You heard me say that even before it started. To beat India, you have to.
But I knew India going to go right to the
But
finals.
Ozzy, if all the thing with Kohli, okay, the star, but Rohit Sharma must be congratulated. I'll tell you why. The start he has given India every time, the boldness he has played, you have to give him credit. Because what he does, he has put bowlers
On
under
the
pressure.
defensive right away.
Right away.
Right
Because
away.
when New Zealand, 3 overs, 40-something,
Yeah.
it's true, some of he has gotten out foolishly.
Yeah.
In fact, there's one person I won't call his name who, every time Rohit Sharma gets out, he will text me, tell me, look at this idiot and so on. So I tell him, idiot, because he
But
makes it easier
he
for
has
Virat
the depth
Kohli.
of batting to back it up.
Exactly.
He can afford to do that.
So what he has done, he has put opposing bowlers under pressure.
Yeah.
And in fact, he has
He's playing
scored
for the team.
550 runs in
A lot of
and you
runs,
have to
yes,
give him
yes,
credit.
yes,
But
yes.
what I'm saying, the way he has started for India, they have put bowlers under pressure.
Right away on the defensive.
On the defensive.
Right away. Yes.
And Mohammad Shami, Ozzy, class is
He's
class.
a wicket taker, boy.
What is the leading bowler now in
Yeah.
the World Cup?
And this man did not play the first 2
Which
matches.
was crazy.
It's craziness.
Siraj should never be playing
Right,
before Shami.
yeah.
They're crazy. We have a caller? Good night.
Yes.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, Mr. Bravo. Mr. Bravo from St. Kitts calling us. Is that the uncle of Darren Bravo calling us from St. Kitts?
Yes.
That's Uncle Maynard calling.
One of the happiest man in the world.
Boy, Mr. Maynard.
because you know.
Whenever I see Bravo scoring all those runs, I say, by God, this man, Maynard in St. Kitts, must be overjoyed. Like you win the sweepstake, Mr. Maynard. Whenever I see Bravo in full cry, and he was in full cry this season. But we can't spend too much on Bravo. We're going to go to the World Cup, but I want to commend Darren Bravo for great performance in this year's Super 50. And your faith in Mr. Darren Bravo has not been denied or paid off. Yes.
Thank you very, very much.
So on behalf,
and
yeah, go ahead.
I am very, very happy and was delighted. And Saturday, I was on a program here just about maybe 3 days before the final game in Trinidad.
Oh yes.
Between the Leewards and Trinidad.
Trinidad Red Force.
The four other panelists, they call it Leeward Islands. But I was not in any way decided to go in reference to anything to do with territory, insularity, or sentiment. I decided to call it right as a commentator when I'm on the radio, whether it's Bravo, it's Lara, who are my two favorite batsmen in the world. If they happen to play a bad shot, you have to call it as it is. If they happen to be out of form, you have to call it as it is. So yes, I accepted that Bravo was out of form, that he did not live up to the expectation that the whole world would have witnessed. Because as I said, Lara's third 100 in Test cricket was 167. Bravo's third 100 in Test cricket is 166. And if we get a few percent less in terms of his contribution compared to Lara, we don't expect him to be in that class, right? But as you would have rightfully said, he is almost everything like Lara. They are left-handers. They are from Trinidad. They are cousins. They made the West Indies team at age 21. And as I said, when they played 10 test matches, the average and aggregate was almost the same. And that is why I am not happy in terms of his decline. But in terms of if Bravo was from any other cricketing nation in the world, Bravo would have been a great player. If he had come from any other cricketing nation, especially like Bangladesh,
Sri Lanka,
and those others,
yes,
he would have been given the
yes,
opportunity in the class and the quality. I mean, when you look at those kind of shots that this man would have played, turn it on, turn it off. I mean, class is class, and I am very, very
consistency.
Yeah. We would not see the consistency over the years. And you know, when Clive Lloyd recommended that Holder giving the captaincy to lead the West Indies team, I always said, and the many programs that I would have been on panel, I always said that the West Indies board really should have sit down. At that time, Bravo on top of his game.
Anyhow, Mr. Maynard, sorry to cut you short.
Yeah, just
but we have much more time, and we have to go to detail about the World Cup. Today, the last Sunday is the grand finale, so we have to project it, and we have to look at some of the great performances we had in this, the 13th 50 over World Cup. So we have to. So I was just saying, the first point I want to make. So I just wanted to talk about Bravo, because I believe the guy did very well, and I know you're a fan of Bravo, and to some extent, then you were justified in having your confidence in Bravo. So I was happy for you too as well, Mr. Maynard. Okay.
Yeah, and we will move on to the World Cup now.
Okay.
But I will just say this before I leave to the World Cup. that I will pay $10,000 today. What Darren Bravo, but I will not pay not even $1 to what most of the West Indies present players.
Okay, that's saying a lot. Okay. 10,000 to see Bravo, not even 1 cent for any West Indian player. Okay.
But Bravo, I want consistency.
No, before I forget that point, I must make a point about a guy called Daryl Mitchell of New Zealand. I want to say for the last 2 editions, I never had a chance. Daryl Mitchell is to me one of the most, well, as far as his performance is concerned, Lockhart, one of the most brilliant batsmen now in the whole scenario.
Not only in ODIs, you know.
No, all formats.
He's the leading batsman in world cricket
I'm
now.
coming about Darren.
In world cricket.
He began about 4 years ago as a number 8 batsman of New Zealand.
Bowling medium
who
pace.
bowled medium pace.
Medium pace.
He hardly bowls now.
He's a hell of a batsman.
And the man has become, I like the term, he has become a hell of a batsman. I'll say no more.
But you know,
this guy is right up there in the top 5 batsmen in the world.
Easily.
To me.
All wrong. We're talking about all wrong. In Test cricket,
he hits the fast bowlers back for 6.
And hooking too.
Nobody does it like him.
When you bowl short, he's
hooking you.
all wrong batsman.
All wrong. And this is a guy 4 years ago. I remember him making his debut. He buy number 8 for the Black Caps for New Zealand. Bowl a few little overs.
Medium pace.
And now since Ross Taylor, he has replaced Ross Taylor. This man is batting like a champion batsman. So we should give this fellow Daryl Mitchell of New Zealand all the praises. This guy is fantastic.
But you know, Ozzy, even yesterday, when he and Williamson. But you know, but I always said though, it would always going to be a challenge for them. Because I'll tell you why. When you start, you have a run rate of 8 per over.
Yeah.
2 good free overs and the run rate goes
10
up.
over 10.
And it's always going to be a challenge for them. Because they would have had to take chances and they will get out like what happened.
Yeah.
Because the rate was too high.
Yeah.
When it was 12, it was 13.
Yes.
Always above. And you know, the start, they didn't get this rollicking start.
Right.
Openers.
Yeah. And they lost the Conway and Rajendra early.
Because when you go in after a score like that,
you want a flying start.
You have to have a flying like Rohit Sharma does.
Yeah.
So if you don't do it, you're under pressure.
Yes.
And I always knew at some point they would have had to take chances and they would get out.
Yeah.
There's no way. If somebody scores 400 runs to win a game,
397.
So the other side has to bowl real bad, or batsmen have to go berserk and ready to destroy the bowling. And it was always going
I
to be
remember
a
they came
problem.
within 5 runs of beating Australia. You know.
Yes,
so it's
true.
something they can do. They can chase.
They can chase.
Unlike South Africa.
Well, I'll say against South Africa, and I'll say it straight, I would fire Nick because people cannot just, you cannot come a day before and say, well, what we going to back? Cricket is not played like I always say, the toss is dependent on different reasons why when you win the conditions. You cannot get to a ground. Rain is falling, the covers are on, it's drizzling, and you go to bat first. And it's gloomy.
Yeah.
I mean, but now again, you know this thing, I've been in dressing room. A lot of times, sometimes, some people will say, well, we should bat, some will bowl in. That happens.
Yes.
That happens in the situation.
Yes.
Well, you say, guys, what are we going to do? And some people will say, and I'm sure there were people grumbling, saying, man, we should have bowled first and so on. Because Ozzy, I don't care what anybody say. And you see this crap about it might turn, but you have to have runs for it if it turns for the bowlers to defend. You cannot go to a ground. It is raining. The covers were on. It was raining in a Calcutta. And you tell me you go to bat. That is a nonsense, honestly.
Yeah, you're pre-deciding before you see condition anything. I go to bat first.
Foolishness. I mean, when India won the toss, hot sun, they go to bat. The hot sun in the Wankhede, good condition, you will bat first. But you cannot tell me rain is falling, you're going to bat. You're crazy, man. That's nonsense. And the ball moving around, high-class bowler.
They're a good team, but they lack a couple here and there to be a real powerful team. For instance, the Chapman fella comes in the bat number 7.
But why is he playing?
Why is Chapman playing for New Zealand?
I don't
What has
understand.
he done?
He's not bowling it, but he had
He doesn't
7.
bowl, he doesn't field well either, he doesn't do anything on the team. And he scored a knot, I think.
I think he's got 4. and then hit one straight to the
Well,
square leg.
Yes,
and
yes,
gets out caught.
yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I
yes.
don't understand it.
Yeah. So New Zealand had this problem, this baggage bringing around. Why this guy Jamison didn't play now? And he was around.
Well, you know, he was injured for a while. You know that. He was
But
injured. Had surgery.
They just forgot him.
No, he had surgery and all.
Oh,
you
he
know.
had
Before,
surgery.
Yeah, he had surgery.
But he stayed in the team.
Yeah, when they had him there, he had
Correct.
surgery.
I see him there all the time.
Yeah,
Tall
yeah,
guys
yeah,
there,
yeah,
you
he
know.
had surgery.
But New Zealand did well. They qualified. They came out for fourth, I would say.
Well, yeah, the top four. Yeah.
Do you think
Hello?
they?
Oh, Mr. Minad.
Oh, hey, we have Minad on the face. So, Mr. Minad,
Yes.
who is going to win on Sunday then? Simple question.
Well, I mean, I would have asked you all the question a few weeks ago. Who will be in the finals with Australia? I did ask that question.
Yeah. Okay, now we know the finalists. We know it's Australia against India. Australia against India. Australia has won the World Cup 5 times already. There have been this World Cup is the 13th World Cup. I'm just recapping that for the benefit of listeners. That the West Indies, in fact, won the first time. They won the second time, and they were in the finals on the 3rd time. Just for information.
Oh, see, Zai Emmanuel is making a point. He said that South Africa dropped some easy catches.
Yes, they did.
The cock is guilty, eh?
Yeah.
You know, he
They
sometimes
dropped
look to me some guy who casual behind the stuff.
The cock.
Yeah.
Because he's not a very great keeper.
No. And he dropped 2 crucial catches, eh? The cock. Crucial.
Yeah.
Even the one when it was 12 runs to go. If he had taken that catch,
would cause a little bit of concern.
A lot of concern. It would have been 8 wickets down with 12 runs to go, and that was a pretty easy catch to me.
Yes.
The one of Cummins.
Yes. As you know, catches being dropped is part of cricket.
Well, I always
From time
say,
immemorial,
if
they've
there
always
was
been
no
dropped
drop
catches.
nobody would score.
Exactly.
Nobody would score.
Exactly.
Yes, I would just like to make a contribution, and I just want to say that we would have witnessed some excellent cricket, and on the other hand, yes, there are times when we would have witnessed, cricket that we don't expect, because there are times when even the top teams would have, didn't show up on the days, like South Africa would have lost some matches, England would have lost. You're talking about the top teams. And England, in terms of this particular World Cup, did not show up, but they also still can consider because they have world-class players. But I want to talk in reference to the top teams who would have played 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we would have witnessed some excellent cricket where we would have seen De Kock, who I think is just about perhaps the best opening batsman in the world in terms of the one-day position, and 4 centuries. To score 4 centuries in a World Cup, it's something that definitely needs. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, it's something that definitely needs all the commendation. So we commend him, and you would have rightly spoke about Mitchell, and I did say because this guy came on the scene just a few years ago.
4 years ago, he began. Against West Indies, he played. I remember he played number 8.
Pardon?
I say he batted at number 8 in his first match for New Zealand. He was an all-rounder, did a bit of bowling and batting at number 8. And suddenly, against England last year before last, he scored so many test centuries.
No, Mitchell does a high-class
Darren
batsman.
Mitchell has just transformed himself into a great batsman.
High-class batsman.
Footwork.
When you look at it, for instance, you compare a Miller to him, who has been around at this level for many years.
No, Darren is superior to Miller. Superior cricketer. Oh, yes. I mean, Miller has been around for a long time, around 10 years now. To look at Miller.
Why long? I mean, he can hit the ball.
He can hit the ball, but
why I prefer Mitchell? He can score. He does it in Test cricket as well.
Yeah.
He went to England and scored 3 centuries.
He's an all-round batsman.
Like Shreyas Iyer himself, the Indian batsman, has played well.
Yes,
he's played well as well.
Single version, every single version where you would have seen some batsmen just maybe contribute, like for instance, a Michael Bevan. He used to be one of the best one-day and best finisher for Australia in terms of one-day cricket. But in terms of test cricket, he couldn't even make the team, right? But when it comes to Mitchell, he would have dominated, performed in all the versions, 2020, test cricket, and one-day cricket. And this is a big sign for New Zealand in terms of his future. He's just 31, and it is a very, very, very good sign in terms of the New Zealand team. And you also have to look at it here. New Zealand have a lot of players who are under 26, like 26 around here, in terms of what is his name again? Where he can also keep is an excellent keeper. I did think about him in terms of the last game when he wins against Australia. He's an excellent cricketer. Nisham, who should have played in this last game. I don't know what Chapman is doing in the team ahead of him, But sometimes when you have coaches,
I think Nisham got injured again, Nisham.
You have captains. There are times when you have directors, you have managers, you have coaches, you have captains, and they have their favorite players. There are times when they don't call it right, they do not call it right, and they pick who they prefer, not who really deserves it. To play.
Okay, Mr. Minard, our time is short. We want to recap and see the highlights of this World Cup. So I want to reflect, Rocker to join me quickly. Let's reflect on the batting performances we saw for the World Cup.
Plenty of them,
yes, plenty.
De Kock. You can cook De Kock. Mitchell, you can count. Forget Kohli. We don't talk about Kohli.
Kohli, I've given you special commendations already. This man,
in fact, both I knew Rahul was your boy, and Rahul to be, he doesn't KL Rahul.
Rahul,
he's a class act.
His keeping has improved too,
Big
he
time.
Was
a brilliant keeper.
He's one of the best keepers now.
Easily. The what are them? Afghanistan batsmen. The top three, they played very, very well.
Gurbaz.
Ibrahim. He's played extremely well.
Yeah.
Mendes, flattered to deceive, started very well. Yeah. And towards he had the squad run.
Mendes,
Kushal Mendes.
Yeah.
He has
Australia, David
Warner.
No, David Warner
500 runs.
About
37 years of age.
And his man's fit. What was fitness?
One of the best fits when the World Cup. One of the best in the World Cup.
He and what's his name again?
Labuschagne.
Yeah.
But Warner, Ozzy, the standard of umpiring, I have a problem with it, When Labuschagne was given out, to me, Ozzy, the first one was plumb LB. How an umpire didn't give that out? Did you see the first one? In fact, Mike Atherton was on air the time, and he said, surely he's out. And in fact,
the first LBW.
Plum LBW.
Why wasn't it given?
Umpire's call. Listen, he played back. He didn't read the
balls.
Ozzy, he would have knocked out the stump.
The leg stump.
No, the off stump. How an umpire did not give that out? That was.
I think it was struck slightly outside the off stump.
Ozzy, nobody hit this. At my point, it didn't hit the outside of the off stump, inside of the off stump.
The point of impact.
Ozzy, it didn't say.
Was slightly outside the off stump.
The thing didn't say that. The graphic didn't say that.
Yeah.
But these umpires, some of them I have a problem. To me, they're guessing. The one he was given out, to me, I would not have given that out.
Umpire's call again.
Umpire's call. That's what I'm saying.
It was going to clip the leg stump.
But the other one, to me, knocked.
But that one looked brilliant. But it was just outside the off stump on impact.
Yeah.
If you watch it well, the ball still continued, but the impact, it was struck just about an inch.
I always had a problem with this DR umpire's call. But going back to the thing, Mohamed Shami has been a revelation.
We
know he's a great bowler. He bowls with the seam upright. But that guy is something else.
Yeah.
If you have to give a player of the World Cup between him and Kohli, it would be a tough one.
The player of the tournament.
Player of the tournament between him and Kohli, man, that would be something.
Yes, it will be. Yes.
But again, we'll see what happens on Sunday.
Yeah.
I hope we see a humdinger. I hope it. it's as good as the 2 semifinals. I hope the match.
The 2 semifinals were great.
Great. But
Like
again, I don't
Australia-
know why people talk about ODI stop cricket compared to T20.
It's much better cricket, man.
Much better.
Yeah,
by far.
more ebbs and flows.
T20 sometimes can be a lot of one-sided matches.
Yeah.
One-sided.
ODI,
But
50 over cricket is fantastic cricket, man.
I just got a text where somebody saying it's a lot of rain all over the. I just peeped out of it. It is pouring outside.
Rain outside here?
It's like a horrid storm. It's like a hurricane. It is. I just peeped outside, and it is pelting down. I'm telling you.
Well, that's surprising.
Sebastian,
Yeah, and there's
do
rain
you
all over
call
the
you
place.
tonight?
Huh?
Are you going to call you tonight?
No.
Once there's no rain in India on Sundays, all right. No rain in India.
Taro Cliff.
No, by the way, no.
And Dominic.
Yeah. By the way, I didn't realize the capacity of the 130 tower for Ahmedabad. That's going to be a full house of blue.
Yeah.
All you'll be seeing is blue on Sunday.
That will be something else.
Yeah, that'll be something else. 130,000 people.
Sebastian, who's going to win on Sunday? I know you love India.
Well, I've said from the start, for India not to win, you have to give them, it had to be food poisoning. And I'm consistent with that. I said that even before the World Cup started. Somebody have to be in there. They have to give them food poisoning.
You see,
the way they're bowling. Australia bowling is suspect.
Even the next field take 20 wickets. What's his
The
name?
second go for runs. He's plenty run.
But this man,
Zampa, you didn't see what I'm
right,
doing?
it's ordinary.
Australia bowling.
I always say Zampa,
Yeah.
that thing is
Their
better than
bowling is very suspect.
Adil Rashid, I told you, is much better.
And if the openers don't get a good start, Australia could be a lot of problem.
Yeah.
Even Cummings got for plenty runs.
Yeah.
Australia
Cummins,
bowling.
yes.
And
Australia,
India's bowling could make it Bumrah and Shami.
Maxwell's bowling has improved a lot.
He's not going to get many wickets,
No,
but he
he
bowls
get-
tightly.
he bowls tightly.
He bowls tightly. But Australia's bowling, very suspect.
Yeah.
Very.
Lobi, let's hear your final prediction for Sunday. South Africa, your team, unfortunately, they're out.
Yeah, but-
Australia against India. Who's going to win the World Cup?
Ozzy, it's going to be
winner.
when you're at your home, you have strength. And looking at the way India have been playing in batting, and they have strength. And the crowd, 100,000 people in
Plus,
blue.
100 plus.
This,
Yeah.
listen, you're not only playing with 11 at the time, you're playing with 100 plus. So it's going to be, I
Thousands,
think,
you know.
India
No, but
should
that can
win.
put you as a player under pressure too, eh? Because India have to, for Indian, you have to win the World Cup. For Indian people, they have to win the World Cup. They have no choice. So
That will be, Sebastian,
Yeah.
that will be a human disaster if they end up losing.
Anyway, I think we had 2 good semi-finals.
Very good cricket. Very good. So
two-
let's hope it
The
culminates.
best 4 teams play.
Culminates with a lovely
And we have to commiserate with England. We can't forget that, Lockhart. So, Mel, your final word, Mr. Millard, quickly. Time is up. Your final word, we give you 30 seconds.
Yeah, well, I just want to say that I have witnessed and enjoyed some outstanding cricket so far, and I am very happy that the 2 top teams are in the final. I am just hoping and praying that we get a very, very, well, first of all, very good weather, because that is fundamental, and I hope that they prepare a very good pitch for batting.
Right.
With something is in it for the bowlers,
Mhm.
and we can have a very, very good match where we have over 300-400 runs and the best team on the day, because both teams have world-class players, and it matters most. It so happened that I will say that unfortunately India losing at the wrong time, because it's about time and timing. And this is going to be unfortunate for India to lose on Sunday, which just happened to be the wrong time for them. To lose.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Loblack, has he disappeared?
No,
Your
I'm
final
there.
comment?
Well, also, as I said,
Final comment.
I think India should win, but it's cricket.
Yeah,
I
you're
remember
quite
West
right.
Indies, West Indies, and runs on the board is runs on the board.
Yes,
Whoever
sir.
bats first. And you have to defend it.
You give
And
England, yes, it's cricket you're playing, any team can win.
Thank you. But
on
but
paper,
I
England
believe-
is stronger.
yes, I believe India, they have the edge. And at
Not
home,
only on paper, but I think on performance too.
Ozzy,
Anyhow,
and the crowd is not small, it is massive.
right. But Australia knows the formula to win. They have won the World Cup 5 times already. They know how to win and get out of jail when you have them in jail. I still back Australia because they are a winning champion team over the years. They have proven it over and over. Somebody will rise to the occasion like Maxwell did. If not Maxwell, somebody else will. There will be a champion. Australia will prevail. Sunday from 4:30 in the morning, Low Black, big final, Australia against the Indians for the World Cup. Thank you very much, everybody.
Okay.
Until next Thursday, we'll recap who have won the 13th World Cup. Anybody, India or Australia. And Lambi, we thank you very much for your services on the console. And of course, you even partake in our discussions. It's very good indeed. Austin Lewis saying goodbye. And once again, I stress, Sunday from 4:30, Australia against India. That's going to be a humdinger. Good evening.
Dominicans, enjoy your property, protect your property. You homeowner and businessman, protect your property, enjoy your property. Can't wait for the hurricane, can't wait till you flood again, can't wait till your roof fly.